Hi, I'm Linda McAndrews. I've been a member of Hills Church for about 10 years, and I'm here to tell you about my story, about how I feel about being a mother. When I was in my 20s, I really wanted to have children, and I was told by a doctor that I would not be able to have children and not bear children. And so as a result, I was very angry at God because I thought that was my role. I wanted to be a mother. I was the oldest in my family, and so I kind of acted as a mother. So I knew that that was in my heart, and I could not understand why the Lord did not let me have children. So I became a school teacher, high school teacher, teenagers. And I soon realized that being a teacher was also a motherly role. And I loved the idea that I could teach, but I also could help mother them and help them grow. I believe even in when I was in junior high, I think He planted that need or want to be a teacher. He knew all along that I would be a good teacher, that I would love them as a mother and as a teacher. So, He gave me 100 kids every year, so I had a lot of kids, probably more than a lot of mothers would ever want. I think that was His plan, and He, like I said, I think He planted that way back when I was in junior high. None of my family wanted me to be a teacher. I always wanted to be a teacher. So I had a lot of conversations with the Lord, and I finally realized that His plan was all along to let me be a teacher, that He knew that that was going to be my gift, and I certainly tried to treat it as if it was a gift. I loved my children, and I taught school, loved teaching school more than anything else. In that process, I met Mark. We decided that we would get married, but before we got married, I felt like I needed to share with him that I would not be able to bear his children. And that was one of the hardest things I ever had to say to him. So Mark and I had conversations about it, and he told me that I was the most important thing to him. So we decided then to go ahead with our lives and get married, and I continued teaching school. About my 17th year, I discovered I had breast cancer. I was told that I was a candidate for breast cancer because I was unable to conceive. So again, I got very angry at the Lord and said, I thought I was following your plan. I thought I was doing what I'm supposed to be doing, then, and why? Why this? So I went through all the treatment. I had a good prognosis. We just realized, we just did a lot of talking to each other and said, this is the plan. We need to stick with it. And we went on through breast cancer. We realized that this is the plan that God had wanted for us. He wanted me to become an advocate of breast cancer. He wanted me to lead some support groups, which I have done. I have called on newly diagnosed patients. This was a calling that the good Lord had planned for me. I just had to realize it and get over my anger. I still see my students in church. I have a lot of ex-students who come to me and share with me that they were very glad that I was their teacher, which warms my heart. I still have students who come to me and want some guidance, and so I know that that plan is still ongoing, that the Lord still wants me to keep with it. When we're going through all of this trials and tribulations, it's hard to see sometimes His plan, and so we think our plan is best. We think we have it in control, and we need His help. We need His guidance, His grace. He knows best, and so I think that makes life a little easier to live with, because He's got your back.